Hi, today we're going to be doing a little tutorial on practicing handstands at home. Handstands can be very intimidating, but they're also very exciting. And once you realize you could very much be capable of standing on your hands, it's quite addicting. And so you might want to find a wall in your house that you can kick up on or use for your handstands. Handstands can actually be very invigorating for your energy, and it's a nice little pick-me-up. So go ahead and find yourself a little piece of wall that you can work on without any light fixtures above or pictures hanging up or a window. And you're going to, the first thing that you're going to do is find out your length of body. If you're to push on the wall and bring your hips directly over your heels, measuring this out. And you can bring something right here to your heels as a marker, or just kind of remember where you are, just move around. And you're gonna bring your hands here. And then you're gonna walk yourself up the wall into that same shape. And you might start with just 1 foot, maybe 2 feet. And this might be your work for a little while. But you might surprise yourself in knowing that you can support yourself on your hands. And so you'll lift a leg up. And just holding that structure, and that might be one of your building blocks that you start with. Your building block might be walking up the wall. It might be seeing if you could lift a leg up. But what this is truly showing you is that you're capable of holding yourself up on your hands. And you can also play with the structure of your body here, pushing down into your hands, finding that lift up into that foot that's reaching up. So something to play with, and that might be where you stay. You might stop this video here and play with this concept for a couple days before you go on to the rest. If you're ready for some more, there's a couple of ways to play around with the wall again. So you're gonna give yourself about a foot and a half away from the wall. And the easiest way to go up, bringing your hands shoulders distance apart. Walk your feet up pretty close and lift first your right leg. And you're just gonna start to bounce off of that left foot. You might catch the wall behind you, and you might come into your handstand that way. And then go to the other side. Reaching up. Again, when you come up against the wall, you're thinking about pushing down and lengthening up, supporting your body through your arms, with your hands, through your core, all the way up. And I talked about doing the low plank in the headstand video. And that is absolutely important for this pose as well. So go ahead and play with that pose if that's where you would like to be. And then the final step in doing handstand is going to, rather than find your space in midair, finding your balance, learning how to push up into it. So bring your hands again about a foot and a half away from the wall. And you're gonna bring your toes as close as you can. And you're really pushing down into your hands to find that lift up into your seat. And you're gonna start to just jump up, both feet. And the idea is that you're bringing both feet up in a controlled manner, that you're bringing your hips over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hands. So go ahead and try that a couple of times. And if you're working on this part of kicking up, you might say you do this 10, 15, 20 times a day to start learning how to build that strength in your core along with doing low plank. Building that strength in your core to bring your hips up over your shoulders, over your wrists. And then finally, you'll start to come up, pushing down into your hands, walking your feet up again towards your feet. So you're stacking your bones forward, working your hips towards being over your shoulders. And then with both feet, bending your knees, hopping up, maybe tucking like we were doing in our handstand. And then eventually pushing all the way up, maybe catching that wall behind you. And playing right there. Finding your balance in a little more intelligent structure than throwing your feet up against the wall.